Which brings me to a larger question, Mrs. Sitharaman. When your government came to power, there was quite a bit of talk about how there will be minimum government. But over the years, for whatever reason, the government seems to be still taking center stage with capex, and it's not ceded its economic space to the private sector through divestment of its own companies as was expected earlier. Have you had a rethink at the government, even at a philosophical level, of what role the government needs to be playing with the economy?
Uday, I'm a bit disappointed that you're asking this question.
It's not a suggestion, I'm asking whether that's happened.
I'm disappointed that you're asking this, because does this investment happen indifferent to what is around you, what is to the market? I may be ready to sell off, let's say, two, which as per my public sector enterprises policy are not core sectors, and therefore I can dispose them off. Even if I'm ready to do it, and it is public money, I'll have to see how it is going to be in the market. And therefore, those realities also determine when I actually make it happen. So given that, I'm on course, I will get myself ready, but the moment I feel, or the department feels, and those who are sitting and assessing, the markets feel it's appropriate time, then we'll release it.
Siddharth? Madam Finance Minister, I just want to follow up on the CAPEX question. The finance secretaries were here just before this session, and they spoke about when you add the PSU as well as state expenditure on CAPEX, it's almost 18.5 lakh crore, and the dollar figure, if we can work out, would clearly be the single highest. The question again is, Bharat lives in its villages, and most of the execution of projects beyond the central projects is in the capacity of states. And if you take out the top 5 states, Maharashtra, where there were so many delays, bullet train, just an example, being sorted. The rest of India, there are some questions about the state government's capacity and ability to execute. Do you think just money will solve it, or more needs to be done, ma'am?
No, capacity and ability together with political will is important. I fully concede that point. But it's not just for the center, it's also for the industries, it's also the people, it's also for the media to engage with state governments to say what is the collective benefit that all of us are going to get by moving ahead. It is not just Modi's program, it is not just a CM's program, it's a program for the people. We need to catch up with so many things which probably for whatever reason, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, have languished. We need to ramp up capacities. It's going to benefit everybody. So there's no point if there is this hesitation saying, will it become known as Modi's program, so should we? No, it's eventually going to benefit the people. So it's not just for the center to keep engaging with states, which we'll anyway keep doing. But it's also got to be the collective conscience of this country to say, enough, let's get going with some things. Politics, yes, do it. But this is going to help the economy. And in that you'll benefit, I benefit, everybody benefits.
Anjana?
Yeah. So, is this a populist budget, Finance Minister? And I ask this because आज तक के लिए मैं हिंदी में पूछती हूँ, क्या ये एक चुनावी बजट है? आपने गरीबों को मुफ्त अनाज योजना 1 साल बढ़ाकर गरीबों को टारगेट कर लिया. आपने लोअर इनकम जो सैलरी क्लास है उसको टैक्स रिजीम में जो आपने 8 साल में बड़ा चेंज नहीं किया था, इस बार आपने 5 लाख से 7 लाख कर दिया. और तीसरा, आपने पीएम आवास योजना का आवंटन तो 66% बढ़ा दिया, आपने माइनॉरिटी अफेयर्स का आवंटन 38% घटा दिया. तो क्या आपने तीनों ही ग्रुप्स को टारगेट करके चुनावी बजट ये 24 को, क्योंकि जब आवास आप देंगे तो जाहिर तौर पर आपको बहुत बड़ा इलेक्टोरल फायदा हो सकता है उससे. Is it a populist budget aimed at pleasing these classes?
I'm amazed at the capacity of the media to wield the knife this way when they want and that way when they don't want. You build the houses for the people who don't have a roof over their head. I did it last year, I did it the year before that. तब वो चुनावी बजट नहीं था, मगर इस साल वो चुनावी बजट. ये कैसे हो सकता है जी? करो तो गलत, ना करो तो भी गलत. हाँ, और I would have thought, hey, how come you didn't make a चुनावी budget? That should have been the प्रश्न. ये चुनावी बजट है क्या? आप बोलो भाई, घर नहीं बनाया इससे पहले, पानी नहीं दिया इससे पहले, सैचुरेशन तक पहुंचने के लिए इस साल भी मैं करूंगी। उसके वजह से ये चुनावी बजट हो जाएगा क्या? और जनता आज ये भी देख रही है कि पैसा बंटवारा करना है कि सचमुच उनको जो चाहिए वो पहुंच रहे कि नहीं पहुंच रहे। अगर ये चुनावी बजट होता, पिछले 4 साल का बजट, हर बजट चुनावी बजट ही है, इस साल का भी है।
66% बढ़ा है, 66% increase in PM Awas Yojana and 38% decrease in minority affairs.
Wait a minute. The minority affairs ministry's budget being reduced, or because it has been routed through a different route, and that as per the ministry's demand. If you want to twist it this way, you can. But the fact remains that the coverage in terms of fellowships and scholarship reaching minority students, I distinctly remember Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi ji talking about it, has been highest between 2014 and 19. अगर उसको चुनावी मुद्दा समझेंगे, just as in scheduled caste dominated constituencies, scheduled tribe dominated constituencies, BJP got high votes. Would you also say in minority dominated constituencies, we would have also won in huge numbers? So somewhere, the programs that we do are aimed at Sabka Saath-Sabka Vikas. From where the vote comes is for you to go on analyzing. We do it for everybody.